Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hello. Can you make me a co-host, please?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how's it going? Can we stop recording right now? Is that the headset?
Yeah, until we're starting.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you so much for the introduction. We are so excited to have you guys in class today. And today we're going to teach you guys how to make egg sandwiches. They're so yummy. And I'm joined by my Team Battle Chef Ambassador, Keisha. Keisha, can you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, this is Keisha, your Team Battle Chef Ambassador. I recently learned how to, be a professional little chef in my own kitchen during the summer. And I love this program. I love to be here and get started with you guys and cook for you.
Yes, so Keisha did such an amazing job in our summer program that she is now a Team Battle Chef Ambassador, and she teaches at least twice a month or once a month different recipes so you guys can learn how to make delicious and nutritious meals.
And where is she from?
And Keisha, where are you from?
I'm from the Bronx here in New York. Love the city.
And how old are you?
I'm 18.
Awesome. Yeah, so just goes to show that it doesn't matter how old you are or where you're from, you can make delicious recipes wherever, whenever. So today we are going to teach you guys how to make a egg sandwich. Yum! So making egg sandwiches at home is a really, really easy way to save money. And the egg sandwich that we're going to teach you to make today has some unique ingredients that you might not get from your local bodega. It has some herbs like this fresh basil, and we also are including tomato. So it's going to make your breakfast certified fresh, so good. So before we get started, I'd love to hear from you guys. How often do you guys make your breakfast at home? Do you make it every day? Do you go out every once in a while and get your breakfast? I'd love to see how often you guys are making breakfast at home. I know COVID probably is making you guys cook more at home, but I think some people like to go out and get food. So let's see. They're coming in. The answers are coming in.
We all know the most important meal of the day is breakfast.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I'm surprised to see our results because sometimes we're always in a rush and we never get the enough proteins we need every day.
Yeah.
So,
all right, I think we got everybody. Maybe one more. Real good. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wow. So only 3 of you make breakfast at home every day, and it looks like the majority of you only cook breakfast at home 2 to 3 times a week. Well, that's pretty good, but I think this recipe is gonna make you guys wanna cook this breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's so, so yummy. So cooking breakfast at home is a really, really easy way to save money. Breakfast out usually costs $5 to $10, and all the ingredients that this recipe makes is super affordable. You might spend maybe $12 to $15 getting the ingredients, but you can make it at home all week long. So that will save a lot of money in the long run. And by cooking it yourself, you can customize the flavors to cater to your individual preferences. And you'll see in this recipe that it's super, super simple and fast to make this recipe. And I like to start my day with a really light and nutritious meal. And this whole recipe has all these different nutrition and vitamins and minerals that keep you fueled up all day long. So Keisha, can you tell me what the ingredients we're using are today and what the different nutrition they have?
Yeah, so today, most importantly, we're going to be using a few things. Starting with our bread, which is going to be our toast in our breakfast. And, you know, our bread is full of a lot of fiber and it's very healthy for you, especially if you use wheat bread like I will be using today. They have a lot of little seeds that are very good for you. Another second ingredient we're going to be using is avocado. They're full of protein, keep you energized the whole day. I love to put avocado on my toast, especially in the morning. It's my favorite. And I just season it a little bit. Also the tomatoes, which is, I'm pretty sure a vegetable.
So
because sometimes I call it a fruit in my culture.
It's technically a fruit because it has seeds on the inside, but I think a lot of nutrition people call it a vegetable. Regardless, it's good for you. But why is
it? Exactly. And it's one of the things you need in your daily life, which is vegetables and fruits mainly. Another ingredient is going to be our eggs and cheese, which our eggs is full of a lot of protein. And, you know, they come from our little chickens. So they definitely keep us fueled up the whole day. We also have our cheese, which is our dairy. And, you know, we always need a little bit of dairy in our life. So a little bit of portion of everything is good.
Absolutely. So it's really important to include ingredients like this, like protein and calcium, because it helps grow muscles and bones, which helps keep us strong and fueled up for whatever the day may bring. So with these health benefits, you can see how making an egg sandwich would be a great way to start your day, so you get all the nutrients that we just mentioned. So before we get started, I'd love to know, have you guys ever made an egg sandwich before? Is this something that's completely new for you guys? I'm gonna launch that poll question really quick. There you go. Just get to see if you guys have ever made one before. Ooh, they're coming in. The answers are coming in. Oh yeah. All right, looks like we got everyone who voted last time. And we're going to end the poll. And it looks like most of you have made an egg sandwich before, which is great. We have 3 people who said that they haven't. So I'd actually love to hear from you guys. For you guys who have made the egg sandwich before, what different things do you put in your egg sandwich?
Hi, I'm Annalise. Hi. So
I make it like 2 different ways. One, I do it with a croissant. I did it this morning, literally.
Oh,
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, I first toast my croissant in the toaster. Yeah, and then I cook my egg and my cheese and my mayonnaise, and then
Mayonnaise under, that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I also do it with the bagel, like, or sometimes with bacon and stuff like that.
That's great. How do you cook your egg?
It depends on how I feel. Sometimes I like them sunny side up because I like, the yolk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I cook them fully. So yeah, today I cooked them fully. And I ate two, so I cooked one fully and one sunny side up, and it was actually really good.
That's cool. I like the different egg types on top of each other. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Natalie says that she puts onions and sometimes lettuce. That's cool. So the onions will provide a nice flavor, and then the lettuce will have a nice crunch of freshness. Really yummy. And Camilla says over medium. So you like to have a little bit of that yolk run. Really yummy. All right. So if we can go back to the presentation very quickly, we're going to go over some cooking norms before we get started so we can keep ourselves safe as we are making our egg sandwich. Cooking norms. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do this short and sweet. We want to keep it clean. So that means putting your hair up. I have my hair in a bonnet. You can also wear a hat, wear a beanie, or put your hair up in a hair tie. We want to wash our hands, and we want to wash our hands very thoroughly. So we want to wash our hands to the song Happy Birthday at least twice, and make sure that you're not just getting your palms and the back of your hands, but you're getting in between your fingers too. Okay, so something to note, anywhere that germs can be, we want to cover with soaps and suds. And also, we want to keep our clothing out of our food. So if you have any long sleeves, make sure you roll your sleeves up so that the dirt from the outside world doesn't get in our dish. We also want to keep the kitchen clean. So a really easy way to do that is to have a garbage bowl, a designated bowl where we put our scraps in, because it keeps the kitchen zone, the cooking zone, zen, uncluttered. We also want to keep it safe. So as we are using our knife, we want to make sure we're using a very solid grip. That means we're keeping our fingers wrapped around the knife. Oh, another thing for safety, we take our rings off. So rings and watches and jewelry, dirt, and unless you're washing them regularly, you want to take them off when we're cooking. And as we're using our knife, we want to hold our knife very firm, which means having all of our fingers wrapped around, and then we have our thumb right at the base of the knife in the middle. And we don't want a finger on top because that actually loosens the grip of the knife. We want to keep the finger nice and tight. And so if you're cooking with a friend or a buddy, we want to keep our knife by our side. And if you're walking around and behind someone, you say knife behind. It allows for you to make sure that you're not stabbing anybody. Another thing is not to have the knife sticking out, as David would say, Freddy Krueger style. You want to keep it nice by your side. And if you have any friends or fam that are hanging out, invite them to come cook with you. Cooking is more fun when you do it with someone else. That's why I got Keisha here as my Team Battle Chef ambassador. All right, next slide, please. All right, so now we have the kitchen set up, ready to go. We know how to keep it clean, keep it fun. And now we need to go over the ingredients. And a term that we use a lot in this class and also just in general in cooking is called Whisk and Floss. And what does that mean, Keisha?
Mise en place basically means that you keep all of your ingredients and all the things you're going to use, your supplies, materials, all in the exact same place, like how I am showing you right now.
Yeah,
I have all of my stuff in place. Yes, you could see it very clearly. And you basically set up beforehand, so you won't lose anything, miss anything. And yeah.
That's a great explanation. Thank you. And it's a French term. So it means putting everything in its place. And it allows for you, once you get into the flow, you're not running around the kitchen trying to find everything. You have everything laid out in front of you so that you can quickly and easily put everything together. So I'll show you mine set up. We're going to go to the chef zone. So you can see here, we have our 2 slices of wheat bread, cheddar cheese, our tomatoes that I'm going to show you how to slice up, our basil leaves, our olive oil, 1 egg, and then I got my salt and pepper. So you see I have all my ingredients laid out right here. Some special utensils that we need are a spatula to flip, a serrated knife to cut our tomatoes, and a regular knife to chop up our basil. Okay. And you also need a stove. So if you don't have a stove, you're gonna need that. And a toaster. So there's gonna be two different ways we're gonna show you how to toast. One is in the pan and the other is in the oven in a toaster. Okay? So now we have all our mise en place ready to go. Keisha, are you ready to get started? Yes, it's ready.
Exactly how I just took out my spatula. Yes, I was born ready to start.
All right, so Keisha, are you gonna show us how to toast our toast on the pan?
Yes, I'm gonna be doing the pan version over here.
Great. I'm gonna toast mine on the toaster. I need to plug it in.
I have some wheat bread right here.
Make sure to not over toast it. Do you guys? How do you guys?
Do we have to put butter?
Huh?
Do we have to put butter?
So if you toast it in the pan, you can use butter. The fat allows the toast to absorb lots of flavor and not to stick to the pan. But you don't have to use it if you don't want to. I'm putting mine in the toaster, so I'm not putting butter on it. All right.
I personally don't like to put butter on mine. I don't know. I just think it takes away the whole vibe of the proteins on the bread. I like it really crunchy,
Make it crunchy, yeah. So if you put butter on the bread, it's gonna make it a little softer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show us how you're toasting your bread?
Yes. Bring you guys over here. I put them right on the stove and I put them, and every time they're ready and golden on one side, I flip them to the other side.
Awesome. So you can see that she has them both on the pan. So they're gonna toast evenly at the same time. Amazing.
Yes.
So while she's doing that, are you gonna be cooking your eggs scrambled, or are you gonna be doing over medium? Like, what do you think? How do you think you're gonna cook your eggs?
I think I'm gonna put mine in this little bowl right here, and I'm going to like whisk it up with a fork and then pour it in, like if it was an omelet version, and then just flip them over, because it'll be easier to fold on top.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. So I'm gonna give you to the chef zone. So I'm gonna take my egg, crack it on the side of the bowl, put it into my mise en place bowl, and here's my garbage bowl. And then you take your fork or whisk, and then you can whisk it up together. And if you want to add some extra flavor, you can put in your salt and pepper at this time. And when you pour it into your pan, it'll be full of yummy flavors. So I put about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to start my burner. I'm going to lower it just a little bit. There we go. All right, so as my pan is getting warmed up, I'm going to prepare everything in advance, right? So everything can easily come together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my serrated knife to chop, make some slices of my tomato. So I'm going to use a bear claw. So it's this special maneuver here. So I'm taking my opposite hand and I'm resting it on the tomato right against the blade, and it's going to guide as the serrated knife chops up the tomato into slices. It's really nice to use a serrated knife for this because the cut of the knife breaks through the skin really easily, so it slices up the tomato really beautifully. And you'll see I'm pushing my knife down and forward as I'm slicing to create beautiful slices. Beautiful. So I'm gonna put these off to the side. Let me take a little bite. So good. Oh, wow.
Right?
David is a tomato curator. All right, I'm gonna do another one for you guys. Okay. Using my serrated knife, chopping the slices down and forward. The down and forward movement moves the tomato off of the knife as I'm slicing. You can see here, we have nice even cuts, and I'll put them in my bowl, ready to be stacked.
You want to wipe your board.
So you can see here, there's a little bit of residue from the tomato because it's so juicy and yummy. So I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe it before I start chopping up other ingredients because then it's gonna get the juices as delicious as they are. I don't want them to be on my basil just yet. So you can see this beautiful basil leaf. It's giant, huge. So I'm gonna take my basil leaves and I'm going to layer them on top of each other. This is a special knife cut called chiffonade. It's very fancy. It takes very simple ingredients and it elevates it because they look like little ribbons. So I'm going to roll up the leaves on top of each other into a nice little scroll. See here, they're nice and rolled up. And then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to chop the slices into ribbons. Again, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. Using my bear claw again. And you can see when they're all separated, they're beautiful little ribbons. And it smells so yummy. It's like this gorgeous aroma. Oh, so yum, so good. Okay, now you see all my mise en place is prepared and I can start preparing my egg sandwich. I'm gonna rotate. Oh, well, I'm gonna make my egg. So I'm gonna put my, Keisha, are you ready to show us how to make the egg?
Yes, I actually kind of already started. I cracked my egg that as you guys were seeing, into the bowl, into a hard surface, cracked them into the bowl, and then I whisked it up and I added all my seasonings. I have here some dry parsley, oregano, and just to proportionize, I put it in a tiny bowl so I could take them and sprinkle it on top. Some parsley, some oregano, and some oregano powder, because those are the personal, seasonings that I like to use. And then I put them in my eggs and I am going to mix that all together. And then when I'm ready to start and put it in my hot pan, then I can start doing the eggs.
So to make the eggs, you need a pan that's hot, right? And then you're gonna put the oil on the pan, right? And why do we put the oil on the pan?
So it won't stick.
Exactly. So the fat from the oil prevents the egg from sticking to the pan. So I have my oil in the pan. You can see it's steaming hot over here. Now I can see. And now I'm gonna pour my cracked egg into the bottom. You see I'm gonna tilt it so it goes evenly all over. And since it's nice and hot, it's gonna cook really quickly. So I'm gonna take my spatula. Again, always be careful when handling hot things. So I'm gonna use my, this to protect my hand as I'm working with this pan because it's cast iron. So I want this to be very professional. I want it to fit on my bread. So I'm gonna fold it into a square. Oh, I just got to get off to the side. So I'm gonna lift off all the sides to a square. I'm gonna flip it over so I get nice and even. And you can see it's gonna fit beautifully onto my sandwich. So I'm actually going to start layering on my ingredients now. I'm gonna take my cheese. I'm gonna split it up a little bit because I don't want to melt all over the pan. You don't have to do this. This is just a personal preference of mine. Then I'm going to take all my ingredients and layer them on. So I have my egg looking gorgeous. I'm gonna put it on top of the cheese. Well, I'm gonna put it on the pan so I toast it so the cheese melts. Then I'm gonna take my tomatoes, layer them on top. And I'm gonna take my basil, looking beautiful. And I like my cheese to be melty, so I'm gonna put it on just for a little longer. Well, look at that gorgeous beauty. Ta-da! See that? Looks so pretty. Then I'm gonna top it with the last piece of bread. And then very quickly, I'm gonna put it back on the pan and I'm going to put a covering on top to steam it so that the cheese melts and gets really yummy. How's yours coming along, Keisha?
I'm actually taking my bread out now from here, and then I'm just letting my cheese sit there on top of my egg to let it melt because I like my cheesy. I want to be able to bite into it and pull it out and just, I love it like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to assemble it now because I like to put in my tomatoes and my avocado in afterwards.
Yum. And so you're using avocado in yours? That's so cool.
Yeah, I love avocado in mine.
So are you going to be using sliced avocado or are you going to be using guacamole?
So as you can see here, I did both versions because I'm very of an extra person. So what I did was I sliced them up how they are right here. And then afterwards, I also did a guacamole version for you guys, which is right here. I put in some lemon juice. I squeezed out all the lemon juice. I smashed it together. And I'm going to add all my seasonings into the guacamole because I love guacamole.
Yum. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Yep.
My sandwich, you can see all those layers of flavor here. I got a little bit of melted cheese. And for the last piece of de resistance, I'm going to chop it in half. So you can see it on the inside.
I'm almost done.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see yours. Is anybody else cooking with us? I'd love to see everyone else's creation. Okay, I'm gonna split it in half. Ooh yeah, baby. Look at that. What we call professional.
Yo, guys, it smells so good. I'm not gonna lie. Like that cheese when it's melting, it's so bomb.
Cannot wait to eat it. Oh, we got a. Yeah, it does look really good. Is anybody else gonna try this recipe after this class? I think so. Oh, look at that guac.
Yes.
Yum. So, what do you have in your guac? You said you put lemon juice.
The same seasonings that I have right here. I'm sprinkling it on right now. I have that dried oregano powder, the parsley flakes as well.
Yum.
A little bit of salt for a lot of taste.
I cannot wait to try. Oh, look at those beautiful colors.
Yes.
Oh,
It looks so stacked together so perfectly.
that's amazing.
Yes, it does.
You gonna try it? Are you gonna chop it and try?
Yes, I think I'm gonna cut it in two and see, but it just looks so big. I don't want to ruin it. It looks so perfect.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yours looks beautiful, Stephanie.
The basil looks really yummy on it, huh?
Yes.
Right, the moment of truth. Wait, I'm gonna wait till you chop yours so we can eat it together.
Okay, let's try it together.
Cheers. Virtual cheers. That is so good, guys.
Yeah, I hear that crunchiness. It sounds like an ASMR.
Anita, we have somebody who's cooking with us. Can you show us your egg sandwich?
I want to see your creations.
The eggs are taking a long time to cook because I literally just turned on it. Like I just turned on the stove, so it's kind of like taking time.
Okay, no problem. Whenever they're done, let us know so we can see, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna keep eating the sandwich because it's really good. So you can see that this is really something you can make for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It has all the different components on it that make it good for any time of day. And these tomatoes, I have to buy these tomatoes again. They're Campari tomatoes.
Believe it or not, actually for dinner later, I'm actually eating tiny tomatoes together because I love them so much.
Oh my guys, this is like, I'm in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make egg sandwiches every day. Okay. So, you guys now know how to make sandwiches. We have a challenge for you. Can we put up the presentation really quick? Presentation time. While I dance while I eat my egg sandwich. Young, can you bring the presentation up for us, please?
Yes, sorry.
No worries. Amazing. We're gonna go to the fuel up challenge slide. Perfect. So now that you guys know how to make this amazing recipe, you followed along with me and Keisha. Oh, wait, before we go to the challenge, we need you guys to vote on who won. Who won?
How are we gonna forget that?
The poll. We need
Isn't
the
this
poll.
Team Battle
Can we
Chef
do
for
the poll
a
really
reason?
quick? I'm just gonna keep eating this sandwich. As a reminder, here's my sandwich. And Keisha had her amazing guac.
Yes. You guys see that?
I don't want to vote because you guys both did good.
Aww, that's so sweet. I like that one.
Okay, so you won.
I need some more. Thank you, guys. I need some more appreciation from my chef, Stephanie, because
Well, you got the guac though, so.
I'm not gonna lie. I know you guys like your guac. I know you guys do. Look at that. And when you guys add that lemon, I'm telling you, it won't disappoint.
I mean, that's what makes guac so good.
Right.
Well, congratulations, Keisha. Well deserved. Going a little bit above and beyond. Proved to win, which you absolutely deserved it. But you guys can win in your own way by making this recipe yourself, taking a picture of it, posting it to Instagram, tagging at Family Cook and at American Dairy Council, and hashtag FuelUpTBC by Friday. And then we're going to select the winner to see who can win a prize. We also want to build our community online, so we can make sure to follow me at Family Cook NYC and follow my girl Keisha at KR_Cook NYC because she's sharing all her recipes that she's making, and they're amazing. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. This slide. This slide. Okay. We have another class coming up next week. It's actually, it says, this is it. So we're supposed to have class tomorrow, but it's actually be next Tuesday. We're gonna have a class, and it's gonna be orange creamsicle smoothie with Chef Liz. She's amazing. And I'm gonna show you all the different ways to make smoothie in a whole new way. And it's gonna be on Zoom at 4 p.m. the 12th. So we look forward to seeing you there. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and chefing it up with us. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for coming.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
having me.
Thank you.